Welcome to I'm just saying, we're keeping it real. Entertainment, politics, yeah, we got the deal. Hot topics, life advice, we go deep and raw. Candid conversations, no filters, no flaw. Indie films, current events, always fresh and bold. Words of encouragement, here's the story we told. So sit back, relax, we're real, we're true. This is I'm just saying, we're bringing it to you, huh? Tune in, get ready, we're always on top. I'm just saying, let's go.
The views and opinions expressed on I'm just saying by the host or host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and the opinions on topics and segments by the host or host are those of their own.
Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another episode of I'm just saying. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
Yeah, F baby.
And once again, I am Cortez.
Family, y'all already know we are excited. Yes, y'all saw the flyer, okay? We got a special guest up in the building, all right? Yeah. Okay. But listen, before we get started, we encourage you to share this live, all right? Y'all already know the drill. Share this live. And be sure to go over on YouTube and give us a follow, all right? Now, we are powered by I Am Cortez Entertainment. And before we get started, y'all know we're going to jump into some good conversation. We're going to entertain you, and we're going to talk about some good stuff with our special guest, all right? We're going to put them in a hot seat. But before we do, I'm going to check in on my co-host just to see how everybody is doing, how they feeling. Cortez, Mia, how y'all doing? Y'all straight? Y'all good?
I'm good. It's been we had a very busy weekend this past weekend. Me and Mia both. We started filming Big is Beautiful. Listen, shout out to Avi. Avi is doing her thing on these first 2 days. I didn't go the second day because I was had some situations, but from the day I was on set, she did what she had to do. So shout out to Avi for doing a good job leading that film. But other than that, and this has been a very busy week, and it's only Wednesday, and I have one more work day, but I have 2 more busy days this week. So yeah, that's me. What about y'all?
Okay. And shout out to Avi because I saw her picture and she looks so beautiful. I was like, okay, sis. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Mia, what about you?
I was on set. I was going through a little rut. Shout out to you guys for listening to me vent. I went through a rut, but then I realized Mr. Richard Lawson was coming on the podcast. So I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff, okay? So yeah, I am doing great. I was super busy, just living life, but I'm blessed I'm on this high right now that can't nobody get me down off of, okay? Now, what about you? How you doing?
Right.
I'm good. I was trying to think, what did I do this past weekend? I dived into my script, production coming up, and I need to quit playing and get in it, and so I can be ready. And I was thinking about y'all while y'all were on set, right, and all of that good stuff. Yes, that part. So, but yeah, that was really about it. I actually didn't go anywhere and do a whole lot, over the weekend, for real. And of course, keep my cousin in y'all's prayers because she's still, listen, hey, right. She hanging in there. Okay, we gonna pull through. Now, at this time, family, we're gonna go ahead and get this train moving. I know y'all see that there's an extra spot right there for our special guest. I don't know if he's here or not. I just hope that when Cortez pushes the button, he appears, because I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
But fingers crossed, yes. But before we bring our special guest on, I want y'all to go ahead and check out this video. Hey y'all, hey, we are super excited to introduce the legendary Richard Lawson as our special guest co-host.
For several decades, he has captivated audiences across film, television, and theater. With an extraordinary career, you've seen his outstanding work in unforgettable classics like Poltergeist, Guess Who, How Stella Got a Groove Back, to powerful performances in For Colored Girls, Divorced in Black, and Netflix #1 series, Beauty in Black, just to name a few. Beyond the screen, he is a director, a teacher, and an empowerment leader. He taught and touched the lives and careers of thousands of some of the most well-known actors in Hollywood. In 2005, he founded the Richard Lawson Studios, dedicated to shaping the next generation of storytellers and leaders.
In order to create art, you need to create a space where art can occur.
Richard is a true legend, an inspiration, and a voice for excellence. Now, you'll get to hear his wisdom, his stories, and insight right here on I'm Just Saying. Family, please help us give a warm welcome to Richard Lawson.
Yes. Welcome, and welcome again. Yes.
Thank you. Y'all did a good job of putting that tape together. I like that.
Shout out to our producer Cortez. That's
All
what he
right.
do.
All right.
Yes. So before we get started, how are you feeling? You good? You straight? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. Listen, every day for me is a blessing. You know what I mean? It's like I'm working on something and writing stuff right now. One of the things that I'm writing is when you look on a gravestone, it says your birth date dash and then the day you expired, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm focusing on today's date dash, and I don't know when that other date is, but it's like, what are you doing with that dash? Every day you get up, are you making the most of that dash? And so, for me, it's a blessing for me to be able to get up and get at it and see how many people I can help and see how many laughs I can have and and how many times during the day I can be touched.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we want to call you, Richard, Mr. Lawson, or Mr. Dash. You know what I mean?
Dash. Okay.
Mr. Dash. Hey, I played a character with Jack A called Double Trouble, I think, Double Your Pleasure, and I was Gabriel Dash. So
Really?
I had been a Dash. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Mr. Dash.
Yes. Yes, but that is so true what you said about the dash, because sometimes we live our life and we don't, we always live it either in the past or we worrying about the future, right? And it's the moment that we have. So so I like that you focused on the dash. So our family is tuning in. Thank you so much, family, for tuning in with us on tonight. If you have any pressing questions that you want to ask Richard, yes, we got permission to call him Richard. Don't come for us, okay? But if you have any questions that you want to ask, drop them in the chat. And if we have time, we will definitely get to them. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first segment on tonight, Daily Dilemma by my girl, Mia.
It's the Daily Dilemma. What would you do?
Okay, so we have the daily dilemma, and this dilemma I'm pulling it from Beauty in Black. So, God willing, we get as successful as you are, and we always hear that saying, "Betrayal never comes from an enemy." My question to you is, how do you deal with betrayal within the family, within your community? Like, is it easy for you to just cut somebody off because you're seasoned in this business? Is it easy for you to cut someone off, or do you get hit over the head a couple of times?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because one of the things that I do and one of the things that I teach is who's on your bus, who's on your life slash career bus, and what is your exchange with that person? And there are four levels of exchange. There's criminal exchange, where somebody's stealing from you,
Okay.
they're hating on you. There's unequal exchange, where they're not bringing what they promise or what you expect, or equal exchange, which speaks for itself. And then there's exchange in abundance. Somebody always does more than what's expected. And when you recognize each person and where they are, then you know what to expect from each person. The one thing with the haters, you got to get them off your bus. I don't care who they are, mother, father, sister, brother, friend, you know, church, job. If it's hating, it's got to go. It doesn't mean that you don't love them. They just have to move out of your frequency, because it's all about frequency at the end of the day. What are the vibes? What kind of level are you vibrating on? And people who are vibrating on a negative tip and they're haters, they're discordant. You know what I mean? It's like listening to music that's out of tune. It doesn't sound good, nor does it feel good. So they got to go.
Okay.
Okay. So
Um,
it sounds like Mr. Lawson got scissors.
he ain't got no. He got hedge cutters. He got some hedge.
Hey, look, I don't play. I don't
Okay.
play.
So
I love hard. I love hard, and and I give 100%. 100%. But when I see that it's gone south, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay.
That's words to live by.
Mm.
So with me, to answer your question, Mia, I feel with the type of person I am, and of course Mia and Toya know, and a lot of my other friends, within my circle know that I have a very, very big heart. And it's hard for me to just easily cut off people, whether they betray me or not. So I'm trying. They fuss at me a lot about keeping people attached to me when I know for sure that they have done something to me. So I'm working on getting to that point. But what you just said makes a whole lot of sense. I'm gonna have to sit on that, see what I
Well,
can do.
here's the thing. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and then that parting of the ways happens, it's the reality is that in your perception, in your spidey senses, in your third eye, in your God space, you knew
Mhm.
what the deal was. And if you lingered there knowing what the deal was, it's something you got to look at yourself and say, wait a minute, how come I can't love myself enough to clean and keep a clean space in terms
Ooh.
of my heart and my creativity? You have to create a space where art and life can occur. And if you're going to keep negativity in it, even if it's silent, the silent negativity is almost more powerful than somebody coming up in your face, because you don't know, you know what I mean? Because you make it whatever it is you want to make it, as opposed to seeing it for what it is. And so it's like, my advice is, don't waste your time. You know what I mean?
That's
Go with what you know. God gives you the answers, so why don't you listen?
Okay.
Woo. I feel like
preaching today.
listen, he just read you. I feel like y'all been best
Yeah.
friends. That's him. Oh,
My bad. Look, my bad.
but
What about you, Toya? Mia?
friend, I love your heart, but I'm the yin to your yang, and I'm hardcore, and I can't stand it. So Mia, back to your question. Listen, I will cut you off. What we talking about? I don't have time for foolishness. And I mean, I do have a soft spot, you know what I'm saying? I do try to find the root, because a lot of times when people do you wrong or foul, I don't look at the situation. I always try to look deeper than that, because I be thinking, you taking it out on me, but that hurt is stemming from somewhere deeper, and you're taking it out on me. But too much of that, like, no, I'm cutting you off and I'm gonna keep it moving. And when I see you, I'm gonna keep it cute, because like you're not gonna drain my energy. No, You're not going to drain my energy. I don't have time. So I think that I can take a little bit of the softness more because I can be more bullheaded and hardcore. And I'm working on that balance with it. But I just don't have time for the foolishness. It gets under my skin. It irritates me. And if you do me wrong, make it good because I'm done.
See, at the end of the day, it's all about communication, isn't it? It's all about not sitting on it, but it's like, can we talk?
Mm-hmm.
And then, here's what I'm feeling, and this is what I see, and this is what you did, and this is why I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
And you have a communication about it, you know what I mean? And you hopefully can raise the level, because I just said those 4 stages. If somebody is exchanging with you and it's like unequal exchange, then it's like you got to talk about it to really find out what the root of that is, and you can change. People can change. People can communicate. People can make agreements. But if it's just straight up hating and, and you trying to harm and hurt me, you lying and third partying and behind my back, it's like, I don't care who you are. You got to go.
Listen, and family, whew, that's the toughest area because you love them, right? But the family, that listen.
Yeah.
Ooh,
listen, and at the end of the day, you got to choose your family. And they might be DNA. It might be blood. But you got to choose you got to pick your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you have to decide who is exchanging with you on a level that allows that you can feel each other's love and respect and honor each other's boundaries. And so, yeah, it's like, I know God gives you the answer to everything in life. It's whether or not you want to listen.
Good.
There it is.
Yeah, I always say blood makes you a relative, but love makes you family.
There you go.
That's good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love
Yes.
makes you family.
Okay.
Yes, that is so good. And I'm, yeah. And I always say, because the family know, I always say effective communication, as you mentioned. You do have to have a conversation. I'm always open for a conversation, but I need it to make sense.
Hey, look, we and as people, as Black people, we don't talk. I did a show on my show last night, and I posted it today about about health, men's health, health for Black men, and mental health and physical health, and particularly last night was about prostate. More Black men get prostate cancer and die from it than in any other culture, and it's the easiest cancer to treat. But we have trouble talking about it. We have trouble talking about the fact that you got to go to a doctor and he's got to stick his finger in your butt and feel your prostate gland and feel how you doing. People have trouble talking about that, or trouble going and seeing that, and they wait until the last minute. But it's all about communication. Can you communicate and say to somebody, I think I need to go get checked, or when's the last time you've been checked? So it's really about, we don't talk. AV said we don't talk, and we don't. We keep secrets.
Right.
People go to the grave with secrets, and it's like, why?
Oh,
You're only as sick as your biggest secret.
Ooh.
Yep. Yep.
You talking now? Okay.
Look, my church
Now,
I got my ink pen. Okay.
We definitely do. June is Black Men's Mental Health Month, and so we always in June we have some type of mental health counselor. We try to get like a Black male mental health counselor to come and talk on the podcast.
Yeah. You see, Black men don't cry. It's always funny to me. It's like somebody stands up and it's their retirement. They're retiring from the thing, and they send them and say, "Look, I'm trying to be strong. I hope I don't cry." It's like, what? Cry? That's the time you let it go. You got to let it go. You got to clear them pipes. You got to, that's how we diffuse things. I have no problems dropping a tear. I'm happy to cry. If I can't
Yeah.
cry, then something's wrong with me. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Something
I'm
is
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to just chime in real quick because you know where I'm going, Cortez. I'm gonna go ahead and
I
plug
do.
you. You
I
know I'm
do.
gonna plug you. 'Cause So
The
Richard,
moment he said it, I knew it.
yes, Cortez did wrote and directed a stage play called "Men Ain't Supposed to Cry," and it
Oh.
was a question or
It was a question. It was a
it was a
question. It's like
question.
you try to say man is supposed to cry. So yeah.
Oh, powerful.
It's really good.
So yes, it was really good. But yeah, so that's so good because we need to learn how to talk. But also when the men talk, we got to learn how to listen, ladies. Don't come for me. We got to learn how to listen. We do, but that's a whole nother episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Look,
Did you say Mr.
talking is listening. Listening is talking. One of the things, the first thing that I taught my daughter was, because she said, I want to be in show business. I want to be in show business because she wanted to be an actress and she was like 3 years old. And I said, yeah, baby, okay. Because I'm sure it was going to be a passing fancy or something, But by the time she got to 9, she said, listen, I'm serious. I said, okay, well, first of all, we have to learn how to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
I will listen to you. And when you're done, then you will listen to me. And you acknowledge what I say, make sure you heard me, and I will acknowledge that I heard you. But we go back and forth like that, listening to each other, and we never interrupt. So we got to learn how to talk to each other, especially partners, especially, you got to learn how to talk, how to communicate. And we don't always learn that from our parents. Sometimes, we need to go to therapy to learn how to actually to talk to each other and to look each other in the eye and be willing to be able to receive and be okay with what you're receiving and how you're feeling.
That's how you break those generational curses.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
Yes. And I love the fact that you brought up therapy. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful thing. Therapy. It's therapy. Yes.
Two people getting married. If two people getting married don't go to therapy before they go, just to ask just to ask the next question. Not about somebody telling you how to do, what to do, not to do. It's about questions. It's like you come from different places, different sources. You were raised differently. You got different viewpoints on politics and sex and children and future and money and jobs and where you're going to live and just different things. You come from different walks of life. You got to learn. You got to unpack. You got to unpack some stuff just so that you know what you're dealing with, so that you don't get in the middle of your relationship and say, "Oh, I didn't buy in for that." You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you need to go to therapy just to figure out what you don't know.
That part. Listen, family, y'all, listen. I know y'all feel like I feel right now. Oh, okay. Y'all want more. So what we're going to do at this time, we're going to jump into a really cute commercial, okay? Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back, okay? And when we come back, we're going to put Richard in the hot seat. So y'all stay tuned for some more of, I'm just saying. We'll be right back.
For 2 years, they gave you the real in your ears. But now, it's time to bring that energy to the stage. Raw, unfiltered and in your face. Join me at F. Latoya B and I am Cortez. That's the Hidden Podcast. I'm just saying goes live in front of a studio audience. Hosted by Corey SB and C. Renee. With special performances by Prudence, the Alls and AV and Corey Cherry. Laugh, vibe, feel something. This ain't just a podcast. This is a movement. I'm just saying podcast.
Welcome back and welcome back. I want to give a really quick shout out to our producer Cortez for that dope trailer. If y'all haven't got y'all's free live tickets to the show, what are you doing with your life? Okay. All right, family. So listen, at this time, we're about to transition to what y'all all really tuned in for, to hear from the man, okay, the one and only Richard Lawson. At this time, we're going to go ahead, Richard, we're going to just, bounce some questions off of you, and we're going to talk about it. Is that cool with you?
Let's do it.
All right, Mia.
Okay. So you have your studio where you're teaching people. My question to you is, what do you think the most overlooked aspect of acting is right now? Like, what do they overlook?
It's an interesting thing because I've been teaching for 45 years, and the before studying the craft of acting, and it's called show business. There's studying of the show part of it, which is me, that part that to become the accomplished actor or artist. And the business part is in terms of like what you do with it, how do you monetize that? And when COVID came, the study portion of it, started to diminish, and people started to not be as interested in working hard and building something. It was like became kind of instant stuff. People weren't as dedicated, or their work ethic wasn't as strong. So now it's instant pudding. Now people are getting shows based upon the number of followers they have and stuff like that. And so I'm just trying now to try to get people to see the value and being as accomplished as they could be, just so that you're not like a one-trick pony, that you don't you do you, and that's all you do, and you don't know how to create something outside of you. And that works sometimes. You find that show, and then that's just personality driven versus the ability to be able to develop a character and have this character have a whole life, and you understand the science of art. The science of art is actually what's diminished and going away. Now it's just the functionality, how quick you can get it, and those people come and go fairly rapidly. And so, I would say, go back to the old school way of rolling up your sleeves, learning your craft, and finding out what your craft is, because it's different for everybody. There used to be triple threats back in the day. Now people have that one trick, and that's what they do. But do they sing, dance, and act? Can they do many different things? And so it's like, go get some training and be disciplined, find some discipline, so that you, in two areas, in terms of being an artist and in terms of being an entrepreneur. What are you developing? What are you creating for yourself? Not the jobs that you're trying to get on the series. What are you creating for yourself? Like Issa Rae, like Spike Lee, like so many other people that create their own. You got to create your own. You got to have hyphens. You got to be multi hyphenate.
Okay. That's good. Multi hyphen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Multi hyphen. Okay.
You are multi hyphen.
Listen.
Okay. I'll pass the baton to you.
All right. So my question is a two-part question. And it's the first part is very quick. In the intro video that we use to introduce you, and I have already seen the full video of your studios. Okay. But for those who haven't seen it, and our viewers who's tuned in, we saw a clip of it where people was dancing. But in the video, they dance at the beginning and they dance at the end. Can you please explain to the viewers why you do that at your studios?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, that's one of the really important things about, first of all, to come in as an artist, you're doing a deep dive into what is going to expand you as an artist. And that's tough work, because in order for you, change is on the other side of comfort. So in order to get on the other side of comfort, to really grow and to really look at what you need to work on, or to push yourself to a point of discomfort because you're experiencing some new stuff, you got to be in the frame of mind for that. So attitude is the first thing, that is the most important thing, is attitude. You can't teach with a frown. You cannot teach through a frown. It's fixed. So if someone is open, and so when you dance, it's to come in and dance with your heart, to get it out and get it in, not just be cool, but to get that energy flowing, so that when you sit down, you are more open to the journey. And then once you've taken that journey, and you've seen other people's journeys, and you've seen them give and go and cry and release and learn and expand, at the end of the day, then it's a celebration of what you just experienced. So I have to prepare you for surgery. We got to go in and find whatever those filters are. And then once we've done that and we've closed that wound, now it's time to celebrate and celebrate what you've learned.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
That's an answer.
And make sure y'all go to his YouTube to see the full video of what he's talking about, because he talked about a lot, and we only gave a little bit in the intro. So we want y'all to
drop it in our page. We'll drop your link on our page.
Okay.
All right.
And make sure you drop Substack. No, Richard Lawson Studios .substack.com.
We already
we're gonna talk about that after the next.
Okay.
We got that. Yeah, and subscribe.
Right.
And
You're not just a guest.
Yeah.
You're not just a guest in our home. You already at home.
So
the room ready and everything.
Yeah, y'all have done the work. And let me just say right quick, intros and outros and all that music and stuff, that's hot. That's really hot. You did a great job of that.
Thank you. Yeah, I gotta do it, y'all. I gotta do it. For him saying that, I gotta do it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm no script, but
Just
I gotta do it.
Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Do it.
I just had to put a praise break in there.
Yes, I hear you. We love us some Corte. He is so good at what he does.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so Richard, whenever you're looking back at your career, right, which is so extensive, you've done so many amazing things. There was a time where we looked at pay-per-view to watch movies, right? We also looked at Blockbuster. We went to the Red Box. We did movie rentals, right? And then now in this day and age, we've transitioned over to streaming. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to know, what is your opinion on how do you feel about where we are versus where we started with, the film entertainment? How do you feel about it?
Well, you know what? It's like the title of my memoir, which is I'm in the process of writing, is called Process, Pivot, and Proceed. And in my whole thing, look, when I was a little boy, I went to school and church with my grandparents in a buggy, horse and buggy, and I would sit in the back, and they kicked that dust up. So by the time I got to church, I was like a little dust bunny. I had to knock all the dust off of me. So going from that to now, I have an Escalade, and and I had a Porsche, and I had a Bentley, and I had all of that. And the reality is that times change, and times is going to continue to change. Now there's AI, and you better roll with it, and you better stay up on top of it, and you better know enough about it so that you don't fall into the abyss of ignorance and wonder why you don't know how to do certain things, or why you're operating on such a slow pace that you can't catch up with everyone else. So you gotta roll with it. So that
Mhm.
process, meaning that you process what's going on, you pivot and proceed, so that every wall you come upon, every stop you come upon, it's an opportunity to reroute, because you're gonna have to reroute. Otherwise, you stand there and lament you didn't run upon the China wall. Well, you better find somebody that's got a helicopter, that's got a tunneling service, that's got elephants like Hannibal where you could go around, or you can got some dynamite where you can blow through. But you can't stay in that same place. You gotta roll with the times. Otherwise, you spend time angry, resentful, bitter that life then passed you by. Life ain't gonna pass me by. I'm tech technology. I've always been on the forefront of technology. They call me the gadget guy. You know what I mean? Because I want to stay in front of it. I don't want to get behind it. So whatever it is streaming, let me stream. I put a camera in people's hands. I teach them how to become filmmakers so that they don't have to just wait on somebody to say, well, we're going to pin you, or we're thinking about choosing you. You're one of three. I ain't trying to be in nobody else's line. I'm trying to create my own.
That
Ain't
You
part.
gonna
preaching. You
I ain't
better
gonna do
Listen,
it.
say. I mean, I'm just saying.
listen. Love it. You heard what he said.
You heard him.
Whatever's going on, you better learn to adjust.
You
Oh,
better
okay.
adjust. You better adjust, and you better be prepared physically, mentally, physically. You
Oh,
know, one of my great goals in life
What's that?
is to have sex at 105 and be on top for 5 minutes.
Wait, no.
you know, Cortez and Mia, y'all can
Hold
leave.
on. Hold on. I got something for
No,
that too. I got something
yeah,
for that
No,
too.
you.
Here we go.
I said what I said.
I said what I said. Now,
Listen,
now, check it out though. Check it out. If I can do that at 105, I'm vital, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm intentional. I obviously have a great relationship with God, and all my faculties is working, and I don't have those mental diseases that come. I'm still in this world. See, it's not about the sex, it's about the ability to have it. So there it is.
yes, because
That
I
You need
said
to.
what I said.
Hey,
listen,
see,
Richard,
David,
I
man.
watched your Substack today, and y'all go follow him on Substack, SUB Stack. Okay,
Because
I heard
he
what you
be
said,
dropping gems.
17 to 21. I heard you. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. People, look at here. You know what? Here you go. Here's the thing. To have a healthy prostate, a man is supposed to have 21 orgasms a month. Now, if you in a relationship and y'all got that kind of activity and energy and interest going on, and you still hot for each other, you know what I mean? And it ain't got to be in the bedroom alone. Sometimes on the kitchen table. Sometimes it's at the party and in the closet. Sometimes it's at the car. It's at the drive-in. You know what I mean? Try not to do it at church if you can help it. But you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like if you ain't got that and it's slowed down, then then you still got to take care of it, and that's where communication comes in,
That's right.
baby. I got to look. I'm trying to stay healthy. I do not want prostate cancer, and I know you ain't feeling it. So help me, or don't get mad because I'm here. Just understand it. You know what I mean?
Help
Listen.
me help you.
Help
Okay,
Baby.
not too much, Mia. Not wait your turn. Wait your turn. Okay. I love it. Family. Jules is being dropped. Y'all better take notes. Okay,
Listen.
Mia, back to you, sis.
Diane, see, y'all done made me get out. Okay. How does, because you've done theater, you've been in front of the camera and behind the camera, and you're teaching and you're acting all at the same time. How do they differ, or is there one that you like better? Do you like being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
I like being an artist. I like storytelling.
Okay.
Sometimes that's directing, sometimes that's acting, sometimes that is producing, sometimes it's mentoring, sometimes it's helping other people. I'm a dream weaver, so I like to help people achieve their dreams. And really, at the bottom line, that really is what my purpose is, to be on this planet. Me as an actor and all that I do supports that, and it gives it a platform. But I'm here to move people and help people to fulfill their dreams. God put me on this planet. I'm just following my assignment. I'm just obeying what was given to me and was made really clear to me. And so therefore all this other stuff gives platform for that. So whatever is going to allow me the ability to be able to touch people, young people particularly. I have a young artist program, and I started mentoring these kids when they were 12, and now they're 20 and 21, and they killing it. Directors, writers, poets, songwriters, um, um, uh, uh, all painters, all kinds of things, dancers, editors. They do so many things, and they're such beautiful people. And so therefore, I like art in all kinds of forms, and I can't
Um,
say I love one more than the other.
Right.
about your studio, because we're going to get into your studio, but do you have a virtual studio as well so that anybody can join, or is it you got to be in LA?
No, I have a virtual studio. I'm telling you, I'm one of the first ones. I started my studio virtually in 2005. I was one of the first people on Zoom. When the dude who owns Zoom, he was the tech guy. He had to help people, when something didn't work. And so as an actor, I've been all over the world. So I've taught my classes from Australia, from India, from Amsterdam, from Mexico, from Canada, from other parts in cities, from Cancun, from Tahiti, from Jamaica, wherever it is I am, I still come into my class and I teach, because my class has always been virtual, but it's hybrid. So in my
Okay.
class, there are asses and seats, and then there are people on the screen,
Okay.
and
Okay.
both people work. There are people are doing scenes from on virtually. People do everything virtually except one or two things. Anything we do in live, we can do virtual.
Got it.
Y'all better sign up to these classes if y'all want to learn something.
I am.
And if you didn't
Me
catch
too.
the name, here it is.
There it is. Oops, there it is.
Yes.
All right. So speaking of storytelling, Mr. Richard, let me get this question. When you step behind the camera or into the director's chair, what do you look for in a story that makes you say that particular story is worth telling?
It has to touch me. When I pick up a script and I read it, it's sort of like Beauty in Black. I'm gonna sit down, and people have all this attitude about Tyler. Look, I heard this was good, but Tyler Perry get on my nerves. He do this, he don't do that, he don't do this. And they turn on Beauty in Black and they go, what the hell? Oh my
Man,
God. Oh my God. And they there, and it says, the end, and the credits come on, next episode in 6 seconds. They they go run and get some coffee, and they go or drink some tequila, because you're gonna need a good shot. And they come and they watch the second, and they watch the third, and they watch the fourth, because it's a page turner. So if
it
something
is.
is turning the page for me, I like it and I keep on reading it, then there's something good in it. You know what I mean? If the
Mhm.
character's good, if I'm interested, I will make it. I'll find it interested, because it keeps me interested, and it doesn't matter the genre, whether it's a soap opera, whether it's a drama, comedy, farce. It doesn't matter. If it's a good story, then I want to tell it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave that question there because you was all over mine, but it's okay because I got others. Okay. All right. So, Richard, I know that you are really big on, you post about what you eat.
Mhm.
As y'all can see, he's in shape and he looks amazing. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
commercial.
he did
Commercial.
that. He did that.
Yes. But so you're really big on, posting what you eat and you work out. And I was on Substack and I also saw you have purchased all kind of different fruits and vegetables and you juice. You
Oh
had
yeah.
a whole counter full of, things that you juice. What does it mean to you to share that part of healthy, living with your followers?
Well, it's important. Listen, I was doing it for me and I was just sharing and initially, look, this is what I'm doing. And the amount of response that I got was in terms of like, oh my God, thank you so much. I've been hesitating. I've been, thinking about this and that. And it was like, you know what? No, you can do this. Let just continue to do it because you're motivating people and you're giving people like a new lease on life. So my focus is on people in the second and third act of their lives because if you want to live the only way I'm gonna possibly get to a 105 at 105 years old and then be on top for 5 minutes. And if
Hmm.
I'm feeling really good and juicing really well, maybe I can do 10, you know. but but it's in terms of quality of life.
Yes.
So that when you feel good, you know what I mean, and you don't get tired and you don't get worn down and your skin looks good and your vitality and your numbers go down. I went to the doctor yesterday,
Uh-oh.
day before yesterday.
Hmm.
Tuesday, I went to the doctor on Tuesday. The best doctor in the world. This woman is like, I love this doctor. She's so good. And so uh she took some labs and stuff and she looked at my labs and she says, "You are doing so great. I'm so proud of you." She said, "Where you were pre-diabetic, you are no longer pre-diabetic. And your blood pressure, my blood pressure was 120 over 72. And my
Oh,
blood pressure
Hey,
sometimes is like 116, 110 over 70 and stuff like that. And then my medication has changed and it's dropping down. And it's like, see, I'm doing the right thing and the energy level, all of that, and working out, so that because I'm trying to defy gravity. If I can get people to take care of themselves better, to be more conscious about what they eat, where they can have more fun, the more longevity, defy gravity, be
hmm,
able to be in the position to have a more substantive relationship with their mates so that when you roll over, you got that sparkle in your eye and it's not like shit, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm tired. You know what I mean? Where you say, you know, where she said, "Baby, I'll be right back," and by the time she come back, you snoring. You know what I mean? It's like no, it's like you are alive and you're vital, and
yes.
and you still are strong, and you know what I'm saying? It's like you want that in life. You
yes.
want that in life. I want to. I'm 78 years old, but you wouldn't know it.
At all. Okay. At all. Do you hear me? Because
You
it's
wouldn't
more
know.
than just black don't crack. Because I see you
Listen,
definitely eat well,
No.
work out, all of that good stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And here's and be get rid of negativity. Don't look, the the most dangerous thing in the world is negative niggas.
huh,
That's good.
Listen,
That's
somebody hashtag
huh,
negative niggas. Quit playing.
you
huh,
'Cause
talking to
hold
me
on, huh.
now. Now you
It's
talking to me.
coming. It's
You
coming.
know what I'm saying? It is and niggas is not a color. It's a state of mind.
that's right.
Get negativity will kill you.
Will.
It will take your spirit. It will take your heart.
Mm.
You understand? Surround yourself, so you got to create a space where art can occur, which means that your walls have to look at you and remind you. So like, where you at, man? Look at all the stuff you've done. Look at the success you've had. Get up. Come on. Go for a walk. You got to have people around you that support your dream and support your possibilities, and will be there for you and you for them. That's your tribe. That's why I say tribe. Your tribe is like this group of people that are working together, to support each other. You know what I mean? And because negativity, I don't care how good you eat, if you stressed out and you got negative folk in your life, you can't get up. Because they're going to remind you. They see you and you say, oh, are you sick? You don't look well.
Right.
And
Drain me.
they will drain you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No,
that
no,
is
you
so good.
speaking. I ain't not lying. And
That
I am
is-
so thankful for these two right here because that's my tribe. These
Yeah,
two
I
right
can
here,
see
they
that.
hold me up when I'm down.
I
And
can
vice
see
versa.
that. I can see that. I can see that. And you can feel that, because at the end of the day, isn't it all about frequency?
Yes.
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 Isn't it all about frequency? Where
yes.
you meet somebody and you vibe on a level, and it's like,
Mhm.
oh, this person right here. Look,
Yeah.
it takes 3 seconds to fall in love, and then the rest is denial.
Now that's deep. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to bring you back for a whole relationship.
Do you hear me?
You telling us some stuff.
Let me get Miss Lindsay on the line. Like, Lindsay, so what we doing?
We need a relationship class.
Hey,
Whoa.
look, I'm
All right,
I'm covering a lot of that in my Substack, because I want to talk about I want to have grown folks conversation and really get into what it is that we don't want to say and what we don't want to talk about. I want to talk
That's
about
exactly how I feel.
And that's what we do. We really do try to keep it real, raw, and uncut and cute. But listen, that's what I mean. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So family, y'all hang in there with us. We are just tapping the surface, okay? We're gonna go ahead and jump into a really quick commercial, and y'all go get something to drink, but come back, okay? We have some more of, I'm just saying. We'll be right back. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I picked the wrong
I love
one.
that picture. That picture of all of us in Beyond Beauty and Black.
Yeah.
What a classic picture that is.
Yeah, that's on the other side. I hit the button too soon.
Oh.
You excited? Yeah.
It is. But I do have another assignment. Here we go.
Kimmy, this company is all yours. But if you don't take it, well, they will.
I cannot believe Horace married some whore just to get even. Do you know how much money we all be losing?
I want to know everything about Kimmy. Breaking bitches is my pleasure. Rich bitch.
I don't know if I can trust this. We're not safe here.
They called Angel. You wouldn't want to piss me off. I'm gonna need you to stay close to her. She's dangerous.
Boris, I don't know nothing about running a company.
You're smart, ruthless, and calculated. That's why I chose you. You really killed that woman.
Bitch, I'm the boss here.
This is only the beginning.
She is not going to take what's mine.
Can we think about your sister?
I am thinking about my sister.
The way you get a devil off your ass is to be a bigger devil. And as long as you've been around this family, You should know that by now.
We're all so glad that you could join us. Join you? I came to lead you.
Welcome back and welcome back. We want to give a really quick shout out to Tyler Perry for that amazing trailer. Okay. Yeah, y'all saw it September the 11th. That's tomorrow. Okay.
Tonight.
Really
Tonight.
okay.
Right.
With your life. Check it out. Oh my goodness. I want to pull this wig off. That trailer is trailering, okay?
That trailer is hot.
It is
It's
hot.
hot like that house that's on fire. I need to
Yeah.
buy that home.
That part, okay? So, family, we want to
didn't that look like Game of Thrones?
Huh?
It did.
Didn't that look like Game of Thrones?
Listen.
It did.
What did you say earlier? It's like
It's like Dynasty and Game of Thrones had a baby, and that was Beauty and Black.
Yeah, listen. Hey. Okay? Because it is a visual drug. It definitely has you addicted for sure. Okay. Yes. So at this time, family, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us this far. We're going to keep this show rolling, keep this train moving, and I'm going to pass it over to my girl Mia.
All right, so I love the title. I'm all over your Substack. As a matter of fact, you do a daily inspiration, and I commented on it yesterday, and I was like, because I see you coming back, but you didn't come back on mine. But I was like, I'm so, because you asked what is something that you are proud of or a little win you had asked. And I was like, well, I have a huge win because you're going to be on my podcast tomorrow. And then you didn't even say nothing back.
What? Oh, I got to check that out.
Because he be commenting on people's stuff, and he was like, "What's a small win?" I was like, "My huge win is you're coming on our podcast tomorrow." And I was like, "Wait till he say something to that."
Oh,
don't be throwing him under the bus. Not too much. Not too much.
Right. We family now. I can do that because we family now.
Yeah. No, that was a miss on my part. I've been juggling so many things, with my book, my audio book is coming out, and building the Substack and the content. Oh my God!
But
Putting
you have
content.
so many different tabs on your content. Like you have one for everything. But my real question was the title. Dreams have no expiration dates. I love that. Oh, dreams don't have expiration dates. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I love that. Where did you come up with that title? Which is pretty self-explanatory, but I would love to hear the way you put it.
Well, when I first came into this business in 1969, and there was Bill Cosby, Diane Carroll, Sidney Poitier, and those were the visible people. And I started going out for roles, and I really, really learned real quickly that it wasn't set up for me to find my way through. There was like the little exploitation parts and the kind of parts that I didn't love the idea, of playing. I was the leading man, but the leading man was written for the white boy. But my whole thing was to become number one on the call sheet. And I realized that the career that I wanted to have was what I needed to create for myself. And so therefore I had to create the vision for it. I had to be able to see backward thinking with forward motion, and meaning that what is that out there? And when I bring it back to me, now I know the steps I have to take to get there. And yes, there's going to be a lot of rerouting along the way, but never does that light go out because I'm driven by my purpose. That's my North Star. My North Star is my purpose. So my dreams don't have expiration dates because of the fact that it may not happen when I want it to, but it's going to happen when God has me, when God is ready for me to have it. So I just got to continue to show up and show out. I need to shut up and show up, shut up and show up, and get closer and closer and closer and closer to that goal. Because there's no expiration date. It never goes away.
That's good. Okay.
And so I now own the trademark to that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the monetization. It's what I've been saying, it's what I believe. And I had to go through the process of getting an attorney and going through, getting my trademark for that so that when I sell it, put it on whatever, that I can own that name and put it on shirts and caps and stuff like that. So it's just not some nice little phrase that I'm saying. It's a phrase that I own and that I can monetize it.
that's good.
Facts.
That's good. I need to take your business class on monetization. That's the class I need to be in.
You got to monetize. That's what the whole Substack is about, me monetizing what I've spent my career creating.
Okay. Yeah, I am a subscriber.
Me too.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, for sure.
I get my emails.
Oh, I'm so happy. Well, y'all gonna be getting some delicious shit. I'm telling
Yes.
you.
We are.
Please
Yes.
send them.
Well, I'm gonna let them ask their question because then we're gonna come back to mine because I got a couple of Substack questions. All right, I'm gonna let them know.
Get in line, sis. Get in line.
I'm in line.
Okay.
I'll wait my turn.
All right. So speaking of Substack and the title of your Substack, through your channel, what message are you hoping to send to your audience about pursuing new ambitions, no matter how long it's been since they first began?
My whole intention is to try to help people get to a higher quality of life. I've been blessed. I've been in the business. Look, I have survived Vietnam. I survived every project in Oakland. I've survived. I was a combat medic in Vietnam. I'm a recovering addict. I've survived plane crashes. I've survived divorces. And I've always been resilient to get up and get back at it and get into the fray and process, pivot, and proceed. Turn chicken shit into chicken salad, turn manure into fertilizer, and not let anything break my spirit or stop me. And so, therefore, I don't care what your situation is. If you're over 40 and you to let yourself go a little bit, you're not exactly where you want to be, that anything can change. The first thing has to change is your attitude and your vision and your dream. What's your purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? Have you ever asked yourself that? You know what I mean? Who are you helping? Who are you? Where are you giving service to that you can help other people? You know what I mean? So I'm about being of service. I'm about being of high spirit. I'm about having passion in life. I'm about loving, laughing, and crying if I have to. And I want to help other people. I want to help other people see that anything is possible. You do not have to live. You don't have to get used to shit. You don't have to get used to like just being adequate and just coping with life. You can enjoy life. Whatever I have left, I'm gonna live it like every day is my last, and I'm gonna have so much fun every day. I'm gonna find something to love. I'm gonna find something to fall in love with, person, place, or thing.
Huh? You hear me? Okay.
Listen.
He said a whole word that time, baby. Baby.
This time, the doors of the church are now open. Okay. All right. So let's pivot real quick. So, Richard, I am a parent. I'm a mother.
God bless you. To one or to how many?
4 beautiful children.
Oh, look at you.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, Okay. No, but so and I know that you
Well,
are
something is going right because your smile is still you got a very girl-like smile, like a
oh,
youthful smile. So therefore, I see your heart, and
thank you.
and as a parent, you don't have frown lines. So
Mm-mm.
you're parenting through love.
Yes, I have 4 beautiful children and 2
Mhm,
amazing grandchildren. Okay.
mhm,
And so, yes, thank goodness for them. I really do. I have some good kids for sure.
mhm, mhm,
And you're a father, okay?
mhm.
And the father of 2, I believe, correct? Okay. Now, I know that your
As
daughter,
I know.
huh?
Yeah, because the way he said he outside. Wait a minute,
Because
Mr.
listen,
Richard, because you know my son last name is Lawson.
What?
I'm just saying,
I, I might need to bring my son downstairs because his last name Lawson too.
not too
Oh
much.
I might need
shit!
to be put in that
Scoot
wheel.
over,
Oh
Mia.
shit!
We finna be Beauty and Black because my son
Mia.
last name
Hey,
Lawson.
hey, look. Do I need to take a DNA test?
Listen, Mia, not too much. Scoot over. Okay. Um, so I know that you and your beautiful daughter Bianca,
Yeah,
y'all co-starred in several TV shows like Saved by the Bell,
yeah,
um, The New Class, and For the People. And in
yeah,
For the People, you played her father.
yeah.
Okay.
Right. And
Um,
Debbie Morgan was the attorney.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Sure
okay.
was.
So
Yeah.
you guys that's why that chemistry is so good because y'all worked
Oh,
together before.
look. Me and Debbie together is like Charlie Parker and John Coltrane.
Okay, baby. Okay. Love it. Love
Best
it.
well.
And it
Like,
shows. It shows for sure.
yeah.
So with that being said, you guys have worked together, and I believe that your son is into music. He's a songwriter. And so with your children being following your footsteps in music and entertainment, how does that feel as a father?
Well, what they do is I'm great that you know first of all my daughter is a hell of an actress. You know,
Yes.
I have said times that she's one of my favorite actors just because she says so much without words. Her subtext and who she's is and when she's listening, I'm so enthralled in what's going on inside of her because her subtext is so strong. She's a hell of an actress, and I'm happy for her. She's been acting since she was 9, and she's 46 now, and
Mm.
she don't look it, but she's a hell of an actress, and I'm happy that she's an actress. My son is a great man. He does A&R for Beyonce, and so he works on all of her albums, and then he manages Chloe and Halle um, uh, for Beyonce, and but more importantly than what they do, they are incredible people. We could go out and have big fun, laughing and talking and carrying on. And for those people who don't know, if they don't know our past, they think that me and Bianca are a couple, just because, what I mean, even ever since she was young, I would first of all, Bianca was my date for every red carpet. Now you can imagine how
Oh,
many red carpets I had. Every red carpet up until 2010. I have
okay.
pictures of her when she was 6 years old with her little fur coat on. We were on the red carpet, and every time I brought her with me, and she was on the red, and we would be sitting at the table, and people would be leaning over saying, I go to the restroom, and people would say to her, "Excuse me, who is that man?" And she'd look at them like, "Who you think it is?" That's
I
my dad. That's my dad.
I love
Like
that.
Rose.
You know what's so funny? Cortez and Mia has met my dad, and I get the same thing. He think he's my brother for real. He think he live.
Yeah.
And shout out to my dad because he's tuned in on tonight. But yes, I understand that for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if your kids, are my kids my friends? Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, see, look at that. There she is. It's just, I got so many pictures in terms of different events, and she would be like right
Yes.
there with me,
Them
and
jeans is
you
good.
know, yeah, she would be protecting me, and she protects me.
She protects.
Oh,
Yes.
Protects me. She thought this, she thought this woman was hitting on me, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And she
What
was.
happened?
She
But
was.
definitely hitting me. But Bianca leaned in and said, "Excuse me, he's already taken."
Hey. Yes, I love it.
That's how my son is.
Yeah.
My-
Hey, Corte, you good, man? You killing it. You killing it over there, boy.
hey, I mean,
I
if you need
appreciate
an
it. I
editor for your
appreciate it.
team,
I
Yeah.
appreciate
if
Hey,
you
look,
need an
I
editor,
see, I see
we
his.
are a team.
Yeah, I see the skill set. I see the skill
Yes.
set. I have
it. Thank
mad
you.
respect.
Thank you. Thank
Cortez
you.
is
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
amazing. He is
If
so
you
amazing.
look, if you need you miss every shot you don't shoot, right?
Uh,
So if you
That's
need
right.
an editor or if you need somebody to open up for you, we're here. We're
Okay.
ready. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if you need a co-host or a castmate or
Let us
whatever.
know.
Okay.
We're ready.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So you do this segment where you're sitting in the car and you say, I may not know everything,
Yes.
but I know
But what I do know, yeah, what I
I
do know,
But I do know I
yeah,
love that segment. And you
yeah.
give such cute little tidbits or
Mhm.
food for thought or nuggets. Where do you come up with are these some of the nuggets are because some of them I've heard, a lot of them I haven't heard. So are you coming up with these nuggets or where are you getting these little nuggets from?
Life, just life,
Okay.
and sometimes I used to shoot pool with this old man, Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan he say, yeah, let me tell you something, son. Every goodbye ain't gone.
That's what you said.
That's
He
what
said,
you
Yep.
said.
every
That's what
Yep.
he
every
said.
he
Yep.
said, every closed eye ain't sleep.
Yep.
You know,
I
so
may not know everything.
I
yeah,
know everything.
yeah, yeah,
I love that.
yeah. Is
Okay.
look, I may not know everything, but what I do know is that the public is always right. That's unless you worked as a waiter or something. I forgot how I said it.
Man,
Yes.
because I
Yeah,
Yes.
worked in retail. That's what you
yeah,
unless you worked
yeah,
in retail. And I
yeah,
worked in
yeah,
retail and you ain't right.
yeah.
Right.
My next one is, you know, what makes you go, what the fuck, what the bleep? You know,
Now you can say the word here. You can say whatever here.
what makes you go, what the fuck? White people sticking their finger in the potato salad and eating it,
Right.
or somebody at the red light digging in their nose and then eating that booger. What
Right.
the
Right.
What?
That
fuck?
part. That
It's
part.
hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like you, Mia. I've watched all those videos, all those clips, and it's super funny because you talk
They
about the
are
customer
so
service.
good.
The customer service ain't always right.
It's
Like,
so
yeah.
That's a nice car you sitting in too.
Uh-huh.
It is a
Just
nice car.
saying.
I love my
Scoot over,
car.
Mia. Scoot over. But go ahead, Mia. Corte. Go ahead.
all right.
She's
Okay, so I'm going to pivot real quick, and I want to get a little bit personal. Not personal with you; it's more so personal in the industry that we're in. If you haven't picked up on it yet, Mr. Richard, me, Latoya, and Mia, we are in the film industry, but on the indie level, and we all are based in Texas, more so DFW. So we call it the Dallas Indie, and Shout out to T. Her name is Tiara T, or she go by T Nasty. She has this thing called Dollywood. So we're all part of that. Getting a little bit personal. And of course, we have Hollywood, which is your level, and then you have the indie level. Here in our little world, we always tend to, when I say we, I'm not just saying, me or Toya or me. I'm just saying we as the DFW people. We always take our negative things and we put them on Facebook, on social media, and we talk about each other. We throw subliminals. We throwing negative things out into the atmosphere, but yet at the same time, we want people to respect our craft. We want people to respect our industry that we have here. What is a piece of advice can you give to our people here in the DFW area, or just on the indie level period, when it comes to negativity between each other, fighting each other, not that actually fist fighting, but we just going back and forth with each other when we all try to go for that same goal? What advice could you give to us so we can kind of fix that? Because I have tried fixing that so many times. What advice could you give to us?
Well, as long as that energy is not in your group, your tight group, like the three of y'all and whoever is in your circle, the extended family in your circle, and you all make it a conscious effort to make sure that that kind of third party negativity does not enter into your group. And whenever you are working with someone else, you are making sure by communication, by gathering people together, declaring what your goals are and the intention of this production, and to keep all negativity aside. And that before you start every shoot every morning, one of the beautiful things about Tyler is that, when he walks on the set, he's ready to go right now. But first thing he does is that he says a prayer for the day, and he sets the tone for that, and then he goes about it. And I don't think that you can stop negativity except by living positivity and letting that be the attracting point. Um, uh, it's if it's based upon attraction and people see that you are positive and what positive good work comes out of it, then people are prone to want to to emulate that. If it's negative, then you don't work with people who are negative. You can't stop other people from being who they are. You can be who you are and hope that you pull them to you. One of the things that's always been in my universe and in my classes and in my community, that there is ultimate support. It's one of the things that people like when they come into my universe is the support that goes from person to person. You know what I mean? People need help and they put it out there, and man, within a half an hour, somebody is there to help them. Somebody is finding answers for them or something. So it's in terms of how you live, being the example of that, because you can't change. A leopard's got his spots, and they ain't gonna change. And so you just don't deal with leopards. You find your people. You know what I mean? It's curious to me that, as a people, we 400 years into the same shit.
Yes.
And why we've accepted this, which is a bigger picture. I'm probably jumping tracks, and this is probably too much for this conversation. But somehow or another, it's in, that what we have to be careful of is post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Oh,
And that's what creates negativity,
Oh,
is
say
the
that one more
fact
time.
that post-traumatic slave syndrome, the ability to tell other people, tear other people down
Oh.
because you jealous of their success. And if
Mm.
they gonna get too much, then the master in the house is gonna reward these clowning ass niggas rather than, than sticking together as a group. There's something that's ingrained in us, and we have to start in our group and have it grow out from there.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, baby. I hope my people receive that.
I
Um,
am.
cause I have given up. I've given up on the fight. So now I just focus on my people that's within my circle, like you said. I only stay within my circle. And I do create my own stuff, so I don't have to worry about all that other stuff anymore. So yeah. Thank you so much for that answer. I mean, I know that wasn't one of the questions that was on our list, but
No,
I
that
just
was good.
had to
That's a
pull
good
that.
one.
Yeah. Listen, you control what you can control,
Right.
but but put your heart into it. You know what I mean? Create your groups and then go and have it expand out from there. It just starts with one person.
It does.
It takes one person to create a revolution.
Oh, so I shouldn't give up?
But don't give up, because you give up on yourself.
Hmm.
You got your
Women
crew.
giving up.
You got your crew. Start from there. Start building stuff. Create your stuff from there. You know what I mean? You do your films and do your you say indie crew. Work with the people that will work with you and for you. That's who you work with.
Come on.
So I'm sorry, Toya, but so our next question is, because we are indie. I'm a script supervisor. Toya is an actress. Cortez a producer, as well as we have this phenomenal podcast. This right here is my heart. Like, I love podcasting. I love interviewing. When kids used to play baby dolls in house and school, we used to play talk show in my house. So we played Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer. That's what we played at my house. But this has always been my dream. But what advice would you give somebody that's trying to be larger than the indie industry, like that actually wants to break into podcasting or acting or script supervising or producing? What advice would you give that person that wants to go to that next level?
Well, I think first of all, it all starts with, a dream and a vision. If you can see it, you can be it.
Mm.
So therefore, in terms of, you sit down and you write it out on paper. First of all, the first thing you have to do is in terms of what is your dream, and you extravagantly state what it is, holding nothing back. And your dream ain't got nothing to do with no other person. Latoya got 4 kids. It ain't got nothing to do with her kids. It ain't got nothing to do with her husband or lover or
I'm
baby.
single.
It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but her dream.
Yes.
And then to put that and figure what the postulates are. What is that dream out there that hasn't been created yet? And then what are the goals? And then what are the principles? And what are the policies that's going to keep you in place? And then what are your assets and liabilities that's going to help you build that? And then what's the plan? And you write all that down and put it on paper. You understand? Now you've put it in the universe. Now the universe, when you put it in the universe hears you and will make a way for you if you stay with it and you are putting your heart and soul intentionally into building this thing. If you don't see it, then you're just praying that that it happens, and you're asking God to give you something that you don't even know what it is you want yourself. You can sort of define it, but not really. So define what it is you want. Define it. I don't care what it is. Define it. You want to move? what kind of house you want to move into. You want a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom? You want it on the water? You want 2 stories? You know how much you want to pay? What does it look like? What color is it? Get clear about it. Invent it. You have to invent that which you want. You have to invent it in your mind and then put it into play. You know, faith without works is what?
Dead.
Yeah.
Huh.
And all you need is the faith of a mustard seed. Real quick,
He
side
did
note,
that.
we're having a meeting
He
Sunday.
did that.
So I'm letting y'all know now. Side note, we're having a meeting Sunday.
Oh, Lord, I done started some shit up in here.
You did.
Listen,
You did. You did.
baby. And let's just put that disclaimer out there. You know, I'm divorced, but anyway, okay. So,
I got that very clearly.
okay. So, Richard, dear, listen. Thank you first of all for those jewels that you just dropped. That was really good stuff. Seriously. Okay, now we all know that you recently just starred in Beauty in the Black. Okay, let's talk about how it is a global hit for show. I want to know, how does it feel to still be part of a groundbreaking project at this time in your career? Like, you still killing it.
Huh.
How does that feel?
Look, that is intentional. It ain't no accident. Didn't nobody do me no favors. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Don't get me wrong, you
Yes.
know, but you know, it's not luck. It's I put in the work. You know, I'm 55 years in. I have never stopped working. Well, there was a period I took a sabbatical, but I've always been an artist and I've always been teaching and building and directing and writing and stuff like that because I'm an artist through and through. I've been on vacation for 56 years. When I had a revelation that on my birthday in March 7th, 1970, I had a revelation that I was put on this earth to do that. From that day to this one, I've been on vacation. So, and following my assignment. And so this is part of the assignment, you know, is to be relevant and continue to be relevant and not wait on things to come to me, but go out and build things to make things happen, to take my God-given talent and my God-given, you know, intelligence and my spirit and my heart and share it with the world in whatever way and form. Right now, the Substack, I want to share everything I know on Substack that I can control. I can't control whether I'm going to have another job in the industry, but I can control what I'm creating. And so I'm constantly in the state of creating and making stuff turn into something. You know what I mean? And so I feel so fortunate and so thankful that Mr. Perry gave me an opportunity to be not only in this and for Colored Girls and for Divorce in the Black, which I played a father that was the ultimate father to a daughter that he loved and was married to this woman and was still had a very passionate relationship with his wife, you know. And now this character, Diabolical Norman, and I'm having such fun with this and using this platform to build the rest of my world. And so I thank God for the opportunity that he allowed me to still be here on this planet, because I've had some close calls otherwise. But, you know, I'm here and obviously I'm on assignment and I'm trying to be the good soldier. I am the good soldier. And so, you know, I just want to continue helping people to achieve their dreams. And so I'm blessed. I couldn't be more blessed.
There it is.
Yes. Love it.
There it is.
Love it. Listen, and we are so thankful and grateful that you're still here on this side of heaven with us as well, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, family, at this time, if you missed it, you missed it. You need to go back and watch the replay, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. But we're going to go ahead and transition into our final thoughts.
Final thoughts, the moment's near. Time to reflect, let it all be clear. One last gem before we part. Final thoughts, straight from the heart.
All right, family. So,
You like the Stevie Wonder of podcasts, dude.
yes, yes. You know what? Listen, Quartet really don't be giving his flowers like that. So that, listen.
So blessed to have him.
Yes. The whole industry, not just us. The whole
we talk about us.
The whole industry is blessed to have Quartet and his many talents. So
you pull this, you try to pull some stuff. I don't even allow my friends to cry in front of me, and I'm not gonna do it on this podcast.
You have to cry.
But I do appreciate everything that you're saying. I really do. Let me tell you something. I know we in final thoughts, but I do want to say, when I sent the message to you on Instagram, and then when I sent it, I was like, he may respond, he may not respond. But when I was actually getting stuff together for the podcast, doing things behind the scenes, and then doing some other work, and when I looked down at my phone, it said a message from you on Instagram. I looked, I said, oh snap, this is for real. And then just to have you here with us and then listen to you talk and you pouring into our podcast with all these gems and then the things you're saying about everything. Listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will listen. As soon as I shut down, I'm not gonna do it on this good. Yes, I do cry, but I'm not gonna do it in public. But yeah, I appreciate it. I will appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We in final thoughts. Somebody better get the wheel. Get the wheel.
Toya, what's your final thought?
My final thoughts is oh good gracious. Oh, hashtag post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's my final thought. Get your mind together, okay? Like, listen, that was a gem that you dropped right there, and we could dive into a whole nother segment on that. But thank you for sharing that with me, because it's so mind thinking, like what you have in your mind is so important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that right there is just stuck out to me. The post-traumatic slave syndrome. We've got to do better as a people as a whole. We got to communicate. We got to talk. Effective communication. Family, y'all hear me say it all the time. Effective communication. You know what I'm saying? Not just bumping your gums. Effective talk, right? So yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad. Yeah, that means a lot to me, and it is part of my whole purpose in life is to get people to be able to enjoy the moment and to know that we're not tied to or enslaved by anything, especially the bitterness and jealousy of somebody else's success. I celebrate everyone's success. It's a win-win. If you win, I'm winning, because I see that it's possible. Obama became president. That should have spoken to every Black person in this world about what is possible. Yeah. So, thank you, Vincent. I see you, bro. Yeah. It's like, your mind radiates your soul. Thank you. These people are so beautiful.
Yes.
They love you. Yeah. They love you.
Yeah.
That kind of goes into my final thought. My final thought is, and it's a little deeper, because not even 2 years ago, I was sitting on Toya's couch and I was like, let's do this podcast. And in less than 2 years, we have one of the legends on our podcast. So dreams don't have an expiration date in real life, because it started and you're here, and okay. That's it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Look, I'm so happy to be here. I've done a lot of podcasts, but this one here has been the most fun. It has been the most fun. You guys have been great. You all work together. You work together. You have a great format, and it's a lot of fun, and it's tied together. It's like, I've had a great time. Thank you for inviting me.
I gotta do it.
So much. Oh,
I gotta,
Look,
I gotta,
don't
I
you
gotta
do
do
it?
I gotta
Don't you
do it.
do it?
I gotta do it. I
Don't
gotta
don't
do
do
it.
it, Cortez.
I just had to.
Yeah.
I just had to.
So I have a question. I have a question. Why is it that when we cry with pain and when we have an orgasm, it looks the same? He looks like he just busted the
Baby, listen, I love it. Oh my God. Mr. Lawson, you can come back. You can come back anytime you get ready. Okay.
Anytime you want to. Just come and hang out with us.
You can write.
Oh.
This is your house.
Hey,
We be talking in real life. We tried to be dignified for you, Mr. Richard. We call ourselves being dignified, but you finna make us act like how we be acting in real life.
Listen, Mr. Richard is the first person that got Cortez to wipe his eyes. I love it. Yes.
And these comments is going crazy right now.
Okay, listen.
Wait a minute.
So real quick, family, I know.
The comments is going crazy.
Yes. So Richard, real quick, before we jump into our announcements, one final question for you. If you could tell the people something about you that we already don't know, maybe it's something that, it's just whatever you would like the people to know about you. Maybe we do already know, because we do know that you have this good show that's dropping tonight at midnight at Beauty in the Black. Yeah, it's dropping tonight. Okay, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Substack.
Also on Friday, he's also dropping Dreams Don't Have Expiration Dates. Okay, that's the name of his podcast. You guys subscribe. Okay.
Subscribe. It's gonna be.
We'll have the link on our page.
If y'all had fun with me today, wait till you get on. I mean, look, it's real. It's very informative. It's I'm not afraid to ask the next question or the question that people think about. I say it or ask it, and it's real because. I want to help people have the best life that they could possibly have right now. It's nothing stopping them except themselves. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I feel the only thing I could say that maybe I haven't said, and I've said it in so many different ways. I am so blessed to be here and have the opportunity to be able to touch people's lives and to help people in any way that I possibly can. And there's no greater gift in the world than to be able to make people laugh, to make people think, to make people cry, to make people want to love, to make people want to ask the next question and to better their lives. And so therefore, I as I said, I'm on assignment, and I just thank God he's chosen me to be the deliverer of goodwill and good spirits. And for me, it don't get no better than that. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to share that message with people.
You're welcome.
All right. Love it. Love it. Yes, indeed. There's nothing else that needs to be said behind that. Okay. Because the gems was dropped yet again. Okay. Now, family, at this time, we're going to jump really quick into our announcements. Cortez, we have announcements?
Yes, we have 3 of them, and then 1 of them is for Beauty in Black. All right. So
okay, perfect.
Here's the first one.
All right, y'all. Y'all see it. Shout out to Darius Mays for Never Would Have Made It Without You. Y'all see it. Be in the building. Come and check out your girl on the stage October the 18th. Okay, I play the role of Sabrina. I'm super excited about this amazing production. I encourage you to get your tickets and meet me there. All right, that's October the 18th. The link and information is on our page.
All right, and next up, we have A Secret Lie of Love film premiere, October 4th. It's a Saturday. Y'all listen, get your tickets. Come out and see this wonderful film, written and directed by myself. It is a Sean Body Entertainment production. We did this stage play so many times, and now we got it into a movie. So please be sure to come out and see that.
Oh, and you know what this is about. I mean, I'm just saying live podcast. This one is in front of a live studio audience. You just heard Mr. Richard Lawson say that we're the funnest podcast he'd ever been on. So just wait till when y'all come out. It is November the 15th. Get your tickets on Eventbrite /I'm just saying free. You're going to have us. You're going to have spoken word, host, everything. And we just got certified by Mr. Lawson, so y'all can't tell us nothing. If you ain't there November the 15th, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Richard, we're gonna have you take this one because this is for you.
All right, y'all. Tonight at 12:01, Beauty in Black 2nd season is dropping tonight. Get your popcorn. You better get you a stiff drink because this ain't no joke. It's going to scare you and entertain you. You're going to be opening your mouth. You're going to be putting your hand to your head like, oh my God. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It is going to be wild. So don't miss it. There you go. Revenge. Yeah, Norman ain't joking.
Yeah.
All right,
right there from the man himself. Okay, so tune in. Y'all not gonna be asleep. Oh, okay. So, family, this concludes our show. We want to give another shout out to our special guests for coming and loving on us tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So, Richard, what we do here on I'm just saying, when we close out, I'm going to say my name. Mia's going to say her name, Cortez, and then you, okay? Then I'm going to say, I mean, and together we'll say, I'm just saying, okay?
Okay.
It's one take. Now, I know you've been on the front side of the camera, and you can take direction very well, okay?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So, family, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been an amazing show. We will see you next week. I'm your girl, Latoya B.
Yeah, F baby.
I am Cortez.
I am Richard Lawson.
I mean.
I'm
just saying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you all. Catch us next time. Don't miss the call. I'm just saying, keeping it real, always true. See you next week. We'll be right here with you. I'm just saying.